If I ask you to choose between your child life and your adult life, what would you choose? Most of you are going to choose the child life. And we hear this a lot of time that our friends, our family, our relatives, if you ask them, or if you even you don't have to ask them, you sometimes hear them saying, oh, those are the days, those were the good days when I was like 9 years old, when I was 15 years old, when I was 7 years old. So they always, they in life, when they are faced with difficult situations or taxing situations or everyday grinding, you'll hear people talk about their childhood, that the childhood days were much better than the time of now. Now, what do you think is the reason? And you might not think about it, you might not uh, pinpoint the exact reason. This is not the job, this is not the work, or this is not the heavy lifting. There's a simple thing, that is, if you're an adult, you have to take decisions. You have to take decisions about your life, about your family, about your personal life, about everything. But when you were a child, you did not have to do that. So the simple reason we hate being an adult and we love the time of our childhood, because as an adult we have to do the most difficult thing, is that to take decisions. And I'm not saying about critical important decisions, I'm talking about simple daily decisions of daily life. And if you're an adult, and from the time you're awake till the time you're sleeping, you're going to sleep, you're faced with innumerable decisions. And not only that, there are important milestones in your life, and you have to take decisions about those. You have to take decisions about your child, about your parents, about other family members, about your friends, about your work, everything. As an adult, we dread having to take decisions. Whereas when we were child, there was nothing we had to think about. We didn't have to take any decisions. Our parents did, our elders did. So the most difficult part of being an adult is having to take decisions. And we never think about it, we never realize it. But this is the one thing that gives us stress all the time. And unfortunately, this is one aspect of our life where our parents get us doomed. I mean, I don't want to be harsh to our parents, because I cannot tell this enough times, that being a parent is not easy. And when you're a new parent, all of your focus is only on one thing, is to ensure the survival of your child. And this is one aspect where, unfortunately, our parents, in most of the cases, don't train us enough. Though it is very much important for every adult to have to be in a position to be able to take important decisions, but I'm going to emphasize it on the fact that men have the onus in a family to take important decisions. They are responsible for their children, their wives, their parents, their work, and they are like exposed, and they are expected to take the difficult decisions, the tough ones, and though it's necessary, it's important for both the genders to be able to be decisive. But if you are a man, and if you are indecisive, that is like mudding in the face of your masculinity. And people question your masculinity when you are indecisive. And being indecisive is truly one of the problems that men face, and that can be tracked down to their childhood when they were not given the opportunity to be able to be in a situation where they have to take a decision, maybe a small one, that doesn't matter. But yeah, to take a decision, being able to a decisive person is much more important, also because of the fact that it takes courage to be able to take a decision and feel the consequences, feel the wrath when your decision doesn't go the way you want, the way you want it. Now, sometimes there will be a group of people where no one is going to take a decision, and if you're a man, you are supposed to take the decision. But if you take the decision and you came out wrong, no matter everyone was sighing away to take the decision, if your decision came out wrong, then there will be no one who will spare you from criticism. You will be the subject of criticism if your decision doesn't pay off. And here is the part where it takes courage to be decisive. It takes courage to be able to uh, speak out your mind, considering the risk involved. So, yes, being decisive is a great quality you can have as a man, or as a human being in general. And like everything else, being decisive can be taught, can be programmed, can be conditioned when you are a child till you grow up. It's like when a sum of money is subjected to interest, and subjected to interest again on the interest. So the sum of money becomes huge over time when it is subjected to cumulative interest. Similarly, the knowledge, the practice, or the habit of taking the decision is the principle, and more practice means interest, and again more practice means more interest, and over time you become someone who is expert in that situation, and you become someone who doesn't shy away from taking decisions. I mean, if you consider this, sometimes we don't even know what to order when we visit the restaurant. We can't even decide what to order. We can't even decide whether to take the bus or the train. We can't even decide whether to wear shirt or t-shirt. We can't even decide whether to go to gym or not. I mean, it sometimes it seems so difficult to take even single simple decisions and forget about the difficult ones, the ones of your milestones of your life, like what are you going to study, which college are you going to join, which company are you going to join, are you going to do a job or a business, should you pursue your hobby, do you want to continue your hobby to become your profession someday. I mean, there are so many difficult decisions we have to take, and because of how we are programmed, in many cases we depend on the opinions of our parents. Even if we are adult, we take opinions from our parents, our friends, even strangers. Your uncle of your locality gives you uh, opinions about where you're going to study, what you're going to study, whether you're going to marry or not, when you're going to marry. I mean, it's because we don't take the onus of our life. We cannot. And it all goes down to the parenting we receive, because as a child, we were never taught to take decisions, because sometimes parents think that they are superhumans. They think that they are going to be with their child till the death of their child. I mean, to take all the decisions of their life, to take all the important decisions of their life. And obviously, they don't think this through, and they are deluded, and they think that they are going to see through the whole life of their child. They think that they'll be there to take all the important decisions of their child. It's like uh, taking you to the sea, to the mid sea, with your life jacket on, and suddenly they take your life jacket and throw you in the middle of the sea. The same thing happened to many of us. As a child, we are never asked what we like. When we are child, they are not even bothered to know what our preference might be, and we become very comfortable with that because we are child. As a child, we don't know anything. We feel comfortable when we don't have to take the decisions, and we think that things will go like this forever, but it doesn't. So as a new parent or as a would-be parent, the things you can do for your child not to become indecisive is simple things. Obviously, you cannot ask your infant whether he wants cow milk or goat milk, or whether he wants to go outside or stay in the room. But there is a time when he will know, he will sense things, he will be able to express things. You can do little things with him. What you can do is, for an example, you take your child to the ice cream parlor and you can let him choose. Maybe he is 5 years old. You can let him choose which color of ice cream he wants. You can ask blue or pink or white, and he will say this one, the blue one. Then he will know that he has a say. He will know that, okay, uh, everything will not be decided by my parents. So, yes, I can choose. He will know that, yes, he can choose. Say, maybe your child is 10 years old now, and you don't buy him clothes. You take him to the shopping mall, you take him to the store, you let him choose what he wants to buy, what cloth he wants to wear. Does he want to wear a shirt? Does he want to wear a t-shirt? Does your daughter want a frock or a skirt or a short? Let him choose, let her choose. Don't just buy clothes for them and have them. Let them choose what they want to wear. When you're going to cook dinner for your child, maybe he's 12 years old, then ask him what he or she wants to eat. Is it veg? Is it non-veg? Is it, if it is non-veg, is it chicken or is it fish? You ask him, you ask her. Don't just cook and serve him. You can ask him, what do you want to eat? And let him answer. By this, he will know that yes, I have the power to take decisions. Until this time, my father was telling what to cook, what to eat. Now I can do that too. So, what this would do is that this would give him a sense of authority, a sense of feeling that yes, I have the right to take these important decisions. I have the right to say something that would actually happen. It's not that everything will be imposed on me. These small things are very important because these things might sound like very petty things or funny things, but these things will teach him that I have the power to take decisions. And when he will learn this from a very young age, things will start to become a little more serious, a little more difficult with age. Like when he was very young, you were asking him for which color of ice cream do you want. By the time he'll be 15, you will ask him, what do you want to study? Do you want to study science? Do you want to study history? Do you want to study music? Do you want to play sports? And he will be able to give you the answer. He will know the importance of study, and he will know the importance of being able to monetize whatever skill he will achieve. He will know this only if you let him know. Because if we do something from very early age, there is a high chance by the time we're early 20s, will be skillful in that particular field. And for that, you have to let him choose what he wants to do. If you program him that you have to study medical, you have to study engineering, you have to study finance, he will do that. And by the time he's in his mid 30s or early 40s, he will start to suffer because he will think that I might have huge potential in other fields, but I was not given the opportunity to decide myself. Not only that, he will find it difficult to take important decisions in life. you have to give autonomy to your child from the very young age. And I know this will be a little inconvenient for you, because if you ask him what dinner do you want, he might say something you cannot prepare, or you are not in a mood to prepare, and that will be difficult. But at least you can ask him. You don't have to do whatever he says. At least you can give him the chance to speak his mind. And if it coincidentally meets your criteria, then you can go ahead with obeying him, so that he gets the feeling that his decisions have value. I have seen mothers controlling their sons who are uh, about 18 plus, and they even uh, decide for him which girl he will talk and which girl he will won't. And actually, practically, they even don't let their sons talk to any girl, and they think that their sons are going to get deviated if they talk to any girl. And it sounds funny. It is actually funny, because that boy, when he will be the age of marriage, when he will be talking to a girl for the first time of his life, he will be played so bad that his mother won't be there to save him. So yes, it's very much important to give autonomy to your child in few areas, and that won't harm them as much as you fear. There is always scope of taking corrective measures if you think that things are going south. I mean, I get it that parents always fear that if they give too much autonomy or too much independence to their children, there is a chance that they might be entangled in bad company and things might get worse. But yes, and they also think that it's better for my child to become dumb than to be in a bad company. So yes, I understand the feeling, I understand the sentiment, but you have to plan very carefully, and you have to let your child feel that he has a say. Because if you don't, then your child will be the one who will be suffering when they become an adult, and you know how it is to become an adult. So it's all about taking important decisions and taking them correctly the most of the time. So the moral of the story is, you have to let your child practice taking decisions, simple ones. As they grow up, the innocuous ones, not so much serious ones, as they grow up, so that when they actually grow up, they can take the important decision by themselves. Because adult life is all about taking decisions, and if you can't, you will be mocked, you will be trolled, you will be criticized, you will be destroyed. So keep it in mind and try to do the best you can do, considering the fact that raising a child is very difficult. So keep it in mind and hope for the best. Thank you for watching, and wait for my next video. Bye.